Playing against a well-coached, well-executed outside zone run play is one of the worst living nightmares for a defensive tackle. At least in my experience, it was. But I didn't appreciate it, Brett Coleman, when you tweeted this out yesterday, because I had to relive a lot of past trauma. I want to watch this particular play, and we can work through this trauma together. If we watch the end zone copy, if you focus on Junior Seau, somebody had asked me, does Junior Seau make a mistake by going hard to the front side there and leaving that backside open? Allows Chris Myers to get up to number 51 and create that seam. Not necessarily, and probably not, because I texted Chris Myers about this last night. Chris had said, sorry, I missed this, bud. Nothing better than a well-oiled machine with a running back that has unreal vision. Miss it. And I told him from ground level, it looks like he was actually in a 2 technique, that left defensive tackle. That sucks because the D-line coaches think that makes it easier to sink back into the A-gap. Motherfucker, I got to mirror the guard to the left as Chris Myers gives me a perfect punch in the ribs. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Dom Capers had been a consultant with the Patriots the year before, and I think a lot of probably the way he liked to play the outside zone was similar to the way I was coached with Dom Capers while I was here in Houston. If you look at that left defensive tackle, and if you realize, okay, he's playing not a 3 technique where he's responsible for the B-gap, but he's playing head up. And what Dom would do is say, hey, just fire off. And if it's outside zone, you'll have that A-gap, and you just play the backside while Junior Seau plays front side. And theoretically, if it played out that way, you look and see if the defensive tackle is in that A-gap, all the holes are covered at least, and you're going to minimize your damage. This is the problem, and you're going to see. The coaches love thinking, hey, I'm going to make it easy for you. We'll just have you fire out. Watch both defensive tackles here. The right defensive tackle especially, I feel especially bad for him because they're saying, hey, just fire through that A-gap, and you'll seal off the backside. But the problem is, the left guard gets there so quickly, and then you end up on your ass. And meanwhile, the left defensive tackle, hey, all you have to do is take care of that backside A-gap. Right, but Chris Myers has got his hands in my ribs as I'm getting my second step down, and Arian's vision is so good. What happens, too, is even if the left defensive tackle had been able to come off of that block by the right guard, he's going to get a glancing blow at him. If right there, because Arian just hits it downhill so fast, he's still going to get 4 yards. All right, so 91 had no chance to react when Arian was already in the gap. No, and he did potentially, but I'm going to show you. See that defensive tackle to the left? It's weird because from the higher angle, it looked like he was a 3 technique and would have responsibility for the B-gap, but he's actually head up. So what happens if you watch him, he's responsible for that gap to his right, but he wants to get his hands into the guard, Chris White, and press him as he's doing it. And Chris Myers just yeet him out of the A-gap and then get up to 51. Mayo, I'll tell you the other thing that happens here. Watch Chris White, the guard. You can see right there, his left hand is hooked up underneath. And you're going to wonder, hey, isn't that a hold? Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Good luck getting that call. And they won't because 91's still moving to the left. So the umpire just flat out isn't going to call that. Beautifully executed. Look, it's one of those things that when teams could just run inside zone and outside zone all the time without mixing it up, they just got so good at the refs, and the offensive line got such great timing coordination.
If do right, no can defense.